Hello everyone, welcome to day 23 of my 77-day video challenge. Yesterday we talked about setting our surroundings for success, setting up our environment for success. Today let us see setting ourselves up for that growth what we want to achieve in our life. Sometimes we might be very clear about our dreams or passions or goals, what we want to achieve. We have a clear plan, clear strategy on what is the action plan I need to take in order to achieve that goal of mine. But maybe we might observe we are not making that much progress what we are supposed to make while achieving that goal. So, in those instances, it could be that we might be falling into something called knowledge gaps. Yes, knowledge gap. Now, some growth gaps. For example, something called growth gaps. Now, let us see what those growth gaps are. I would like to share few of them. The first one is, which I just said, the knowledge gap. Sometimes we think that maybe we don't have all the right information in achieving that goal or in pursuing that goal. That is pretty easy, right? Nowadays we have so much information available over the internet or the books or some classes or maybe people who have that kind of information whom we can reach out to very easily and fill that gap. So whenever we are falling into that, asking ourselves, is it knowledge gap? And then filling it with whatever steps we can take. That is the first one. Now, second one is something called time gap. Sometimes we think that, hey, this is not the right day or this week is not the right week for me to achieve that or for me to take some steps. Maybe something in the future, maybe after a week or after a month or down the line, after 3 months, I'll pursue this goal of mine. So in those instances, we need to go introspective and ask ourselves, what is it stopping me? Is it just an excuse, or am I scared in pursuing this goal right now? Or maybe I'm not prepared, that's why I'm just pushing it out to maybe a month or two later. So what is it? Is it really that we need to wait for a couple of months, or am I just getting scared or maybe or not prepared? Asking ourselves that question, is it really that? So that is a time gap. And third one is all about mistakes gap. Mistake gap meaning, what if I make mistakes? What if everything don't go as I want it to be, or I want it to be perfect? Everything should fall in place in order for me to start working on this and achieving my goal. There is a saying, right? If you know, if you wouldn't fail, what is it you will be doing? Something like that, right? So we need to ask ourselves. So failures are common on the way, that when we are learning something new, we are ought to make mistakes, but we want to learn from those mistakes and then keep pushing ourselves forward. That's all, right? So asking that question, if I am thinking that I do not want to make any mistakes, or I want that perfect day, perfect time, perfect something to happen, then only I can start working on my goal. So asking that whether it is a mistake or perfection gap. And then the fourth one is all about comparison gap. Something we are comparing ourselves with others, maybe who have done it perfectly, who have done it in a very good manner, much better than ourselves. It could be because everybody are unique, everybody have their own talents, own skills, own journey. We are all on our own journey, isn't it? So we do not, that is very, sometimes it is very easy trap to fall into comparing ourselves with others. But we do not want to get into that. We want to remind ourselves, this is my path, my journey, my own way of doing things, and whatever accomplishments I want to achieve in my own way, right? So not falling into that comparison gap. And then last but not least is sometimes inspiration gap. We are not motivated, we are not inspired to take any action on that particular growth plan, whatever we are trying to achieve. Again, this is also very simple one that we can overcome. We need to find our strategies, like what motivates me, what are those simple activities I can do, maybe in the morning, afternoon. We talked about multiple things to keep ourselves happy. So many things we talked about, like maybe going on that nice simple walk every day. First of all, knowing what is it we love to do, and then including it in our day to day, so that it will really make us happy and also inspire us and motivate us to take actions on those difficult goals whatever we might have set up. So that is what I want to share with you all, friends, today. So if we are not making as much progress as we want to on our goals, whatever we have set up, so just go introspective and ask yourself one of these questions and see what is it stopping me. Is this knowledge gap or timing gap, or maybe mistakes that I wanted to be perfect, or maybe I'm comparing myself to others, or maybe inspiration, motivation, and then turn around statements, telling to ourselves that these are all my just misconceptions, it is all in my mind. Once I overcome that, I will be able to achieve whatever I set to achieve. So I hope this gave you some clues, some ideas, and also you loved the session. I will see you all in my next. Thank you.